Hello. He's late. Yes. Yes, he's late. He's late. How's everybody doing? We got a fun one today. It's going to be a fun time. I'm finishing my sushi here, so I just need a moment. But how's everybody doing? It's good to see you. It is good to see you. It's good to be here. It's good to say hello to you. Everybody start filing on in here. I'm just going to eat for you while we get ready. Oh, I need a paper towel. Yeah, Arcanel, I think I responded to it. The Misty? Or was there more? I definitely saw the Misty. Oh, I gotta turn on my lights. KMC, what's up? Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to be like super freaking stoked on the Misty Rainforest, right? Oh, this camera is weird today. Hold on. I had a date last night where I was building some Legos. I gotta fix my camera a smidge. There we go. If you can see it up there, I built that Lego pirate ship. It's pretty sweet. Built the Lego pirate ship last night. It was pretty cool. Oh, is it already being used? Mine was so... Okay, so you and I are Misty Rainforest buds. We have the same Misty Rainforest. I opened mine in my collector box. The box was pretty spicy. And mine, it's just like so minty, misty fresh that I was like, I'm not going to use it. And so I put it in a semi-rigid for grading. I know it's lame. I should just play the card. But you know what? I play so many cards that I was like, we're gonna grade this one, not play it. Nerd and proud of it. Nice to see you. How are you? Cal Crisco's here. Good to see you. Hello and welcome to the day. KMC says, how's it going, Jay? Good. I was like, you know what? I've been wanting to brew this deck and build it. I'll just spoil it. So I opened this in my collector box. I can show this off because it's already been spoiled. But I opened a foily Vivi. I know that some folks are going to be kind of jealous. I see the comments all the time where people are like, how do you already have this? Well, we are MTG ambassadors, and the way that works is Wizards of the Coast sends us product. They send us product so that we can open it, review it, make videos about it, build hype around it. That is why that exists. I'm sure that that's pretty obvious, but for anybody who's watching and they're like, why does he have these cards? And it's not going to be any of you. It's going to be folks in the comments after the fact. That is how that whole thing works. So WotC sends us stuff. We're allowed to open it. We have very strict guidelines of when we can, like reveal things. It has to be after it's been officially spoiled. There's a whole rigmarole that comes to it, but it comes from years of working at MTG to make it like a full-time thing, and then finally they reach out to you and they're like, hey, will you do something for us? Yeah, rip and ship. You're going to be dealing with it too, in a big way. So we're going to build this today. I'm going to build it out of stuff that's in my collection. And I was like, you know, if I'm going to build this deck, why don't I just do it live? I'm just going to do it live with some folks. We're just going to have a fun time. I've got cards here that I'm going to look through. It's going to be a lot of chair stream today for anybody because I'm going to have to walk over, get cards, bring them back, that kind of thing. We're going to be poking around trying to find stuff. What was the set number on that pirate ship? It's very hard to see. Here, I can show you it. Curious to see how much you utilize EDH rec when building, planning, as opposed to just pulling what you know you have. I'm not going to use EDH rec at all. EDH rec is great, but here's the thing, Caleb, about EDH rec is it collates from everybody's decks. So you might have cards in there that it pulls from one synergy that aren't exactly the same synergy that you're working toward. So it's like you kind of have to decide what deck you want to build, how you want to build it, and then go from there. I'm going to build strictly out of stuff that I have and that I own. I want to kind of give myself that restriction. When can box openings start happening? June 2nd for non-ambassadors. Yes. So as soon as the full set is reviewed and previewed, that is when you're going to see everybody releasing like openings and stuff. Like I have my full collector box opened, but I can't release that footage until everything is spoiled, right? That makes sense. I can't be like, hey, you know, here's all the stuff I opened, and then we still have people that are waiting to spoil their cards. Yeah, so you're going to have a lot of people that as soon as the full set is spoiled, they're like dropping everything. They're like, here's gameplay, here's this, here's that. Like they send us emails, they let us know how we're supposed to do things. I am going to be making a $20 patron tier, and this is not going to be a tier for everybody. This is going to be a tier for anybody who's interested in kind of like behind the scenes MTG content creation, that kind of thing. For anybody who's like, hey, you know, what are some do's and don'ts? You know, how do certain things work? And I'm going to delve into like stuff like this as well, kind of talk to you about that kind of stuff. So anybody who's interested in that, who's like, man, you know, I've thought about doing content creation. Well, I've been doing it since 2017, full-time, 2023 forward. And so, yeah, if you're interested in any of that, that's going to be something that starts. And Lance, it's good to see you. Lance says WPN stores and non-ambassadors aren't supposed to until June 2nd, but ambassadors get a head start May 31st. Yeah, and so Lance, May 31st is when the full set is spoiled, and then that's when people are going to start releasing all their stuff. That's my understanding. And thank you. I love Michael Scott. Here, I want to show you guys my Lego ship. All right, so all the little red parrots on it, these were all from when I was a kid. So these are vintage. This was the shark that came with it. Okay. It's a cool little shark. He's kind of derpy. I like him a lot. Shark came with it. And then this is a shark that I bought ages ago. This was during COVID. This is more of like a megalodon. This thing is like segmented. It's a pretty serious shark. But I was like, you know what? We're gonna get out the shark and put it next to the pirate ship. The 3-in-1 sets are so good, man. I love the 3-for-1s. What's a pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet? R. R. Matey. What's up, folks? It's so good to see you all today. Yeah, the 3-in-1 creator sets are really fun. I like those a lot. Ah, it's the creator set, right? And it's my 4th anniversary making content this month, so I guess another 5 years until Wizards will reach out. 4 years making content. Well, I'll say this. We started in 2017 on the old channel, and I did not... Oh, you know what? I want to close this. I want to close this door really quick. Sorry, folks. I promise I'm going to sit down. Oh, Retro says, no, it's the sea. You're funny, matey. I just built the idea set Viking Village. I like that they have kind of moved back from only making like Harry Potter, Marvel, Jurassic Park. Like, all of that stuff is cool. Star Wars, it's fine. But one of the reasons I loved Lego was early on, you know, especially as a kid, I was an only child, so my Legos were like my friends when I was little, before my sister came along 10 years after I was born. And I would play with my Legos and stuff, and I just remember like all the early sets like Spyrus and Unitron, Ice Age, Aqua Zone, Aqua Sharks, all that kind of stuff, like the Fort Legorado, like all that was so cool. Just like Lego themed sets that weren't like Fortnite. It's kind of like Magic. You know, it's like the Fortniteification. It's like, oh yeah, you want a license with Marvel because then you make lots of money, right? I don't know, but with Legos, I just got kind of bored with like, oh, it's freaking Star Wars Lego. I like the old stuff. I would say nerd and proud of it. We started in 2017 with the old channel. And when I worked on the old channel, it took us until we got our very, very first preview card. Was Combine Chrysalis. What year did Combine Chrysalis come out? Combine Chrysalis was our first preview card. That was Modern Horizons 2. That card came out in 2021. So if we started in 2017, it was 4 years till we got a preview card. We didn't get product getting sent to us until, God, much later. I think the very first product that was sent to us was, God, it might be Fallout. I think Fallout was the first time that we had products sent to us. We did an activation where we got a couple preview cards for Fallout, and then they sent us the commander decks and a collector box each. And that was the first time that we got product from WotC. And then since then, so if we started in 2017, when did MTG Fallout come out? That was 2024. So we weren't getting products sent to us until 2024. So just for reference. And then we got like Modern Horizons 3 sent to us in June. Yeah, Fallout was in March of 2024. March, April, May, June. Yeah, so then we started getting that kind of stuff sent our way, which is kind of cool. Hey, I don't even have to update the chat, champion. Retro is here with the $2. We wish them all the best. My local Costco has the OTJ EDH set on sale right now to the Lego Orchid set. It's like, dang, I need them. Dude, the Orchid one. Paige and I had like a Lego date last night where I finished building my pirate ship. And she built like this really cool thing of all the flowers. It was like, I think it's probably the one that you saw at Costco. It's kind of cool. If you're going to build Spellslinger, make sure you put Grape Shot into Vivi. Yeah, we're going to build it. We're going to absolutely build it. Old World Micmac, nice to see ya. I'm going to finish my little lunch here, and then we're going to get cracking on building. It's so nice to see all of you today. Thank you for hanging out. Nerd and Proud of It says, interesting, thanks for the insights. I'm a lot more niche, mainly talking about the old cards, so I doubt I would ever be considered it as what it is. Well, I wouldn't say, you know, count yourself out. It's a long, arduous grind. You know, we did it since 2017, and we didn't go full-time until 2023. And then, like I said, we didn't get our first product sent to us until 2024. So, I mean, like 7 years it took for us to get anything sent our way. We got preview cards in 2021, but we didn't get products sent to us until much later. Retro says, I hope to see a Vivv list that's truly offensive, please. Glasses, purple, yellow, diamond, goat, turquoise, white horns. Appreciate you, Retro. Turn One Hippie says, heyo, really hoping I get the rest of my Final Fantasy orders that were not canceled last week. Did some of your Final Fantasy get canceled? Is that happening? Oh, look at Ripley back there. See her grooming herself? See her over my shoulder? Everything's backwards. She's over there grooming herself right there. Moving around in the background. Lord Lance says, Fifth Dawn packs up. Get in while you can. Stream is in 3 hours. Nice. All right. So, let's go to the top down here. There he is. Little Vivi. Ready to build it. It exists. So, for anybody who's just now getting here, this came out of my collector box. I can't release that footage yet, but since this card is spoiled, it's allowed for me to show this card. So I opened a foil Vivi. Very excited about it. It isn't like the full art one or anything like that, but I am not going to complain. That is what we're building today. Teddy Tay Daddy says, yes, so many Final Fantasy orders around the world are getting canceled. Are they really? Is it supply issues? Like, here's the thing. I hear this with so many Magic sets. Like, this thing is getting canceled. That thing is getting canceled. Tay Daddy, my video for that will be coming out once the full set is spoiled. I'm not allowed to release anything until the full set is spoiled. You had around 4,000 in pre-orders. Now you only have around 4K. Jeez. What the H? Retro says, I'm putting together a card conduit sell order right now. I'm also popping some sealed boxes over to Card Kingdom. We live in the post-variant era, folks. Stay out of there. Face red heart shape. Yeah, the pre-orders, I hear this with a lot of sets. There will be a lot of hype. And then there's this news that everything starts getting canceled. And it makes me think that they use it to build hype so that people salivate over it more, and there's even more fervor for like, oh, I've got to get it. Got to get it. But I don't know. I mean, if you guys are saying orders are getting canceled, that's a bummer. I'm sorry to hear that. Retro, I should be having a code generated for Card Conduit soon. I don't know how soon you're trying to get that sent out, but I would love to get you our code when it's possible. Watsy knew what this set was going to be. No orders should be canceled. There's literally no excuse. Yeah, that makes me think like... Okay, there we go, Lance. Lance says cancellations are from stores that sell pre-orders prior to knowing their actual allocations. Right, so stores will think they're getting a certain amount. Yeah. True Mrs. Popo, nice to see you. Says, woohoo, made it. Sup, y'all? Yeah, we're going to start building here soon. I'm very close. Very close to being done with my lunch. I'm just hanging out talking to chat here for a moment. It's nice to see you all today. We are almost to June, which means Vegas is upon us. I'm very excited. All right, let me get my food out of the way here. And then it's time to build. Eddie, what's up? Good to see you. I don't know, whatever price they need. They got like 2 cards I must have in this set. My money is destined. I don't know, whatever the price they need, they got. Like 2 cards I must have in this set. My money is destined. What 2 cards? Retro says, I will wait for the code. Card Conduit makes it very easy to reload a list from a .csv file, so I can build the order and then duplicate it once your code drops. I appreciate you. Arkanow says, Lord Lance, I got my order in. Can't wait to see what happens on stream later. Don't be a llama, just hanging out. Nice to see ya. Hi, Turbo. Face fuchsia, tongue out. Kraken Jank says, what's up, party people? Jank, nice to see you, my friend. We're going to build Vivi today. We're building the wizard. This is my favorite character from Final Fantasy IX. Honestly, probably my favorite Final Fantasy character from the games that I've played. and we're building him. Arcanau says, okay, look, we still have until the full spoilers up on Friday. I could still get my Anointed Procession reprint Yuna's Wedding that I want. There's still hope. Turn One Hippie says, apparently stores in my country only got around 10 to 20% of what they wanted. I'm sad about not getting the product, but I put that money into more vintage. Yes, I remember you brought this up. You had set that money aside. And so you were like, all right, we're putting it into vintage. Dobby Alama says, face blue, eyes wide, pillow turquoise, hot chocolate. Thanks, Doc. Appreciate you. Just a capybara is here. Says, sup, guys? Nice to see ya. Food time. What's up, my friend? Says, I want to build Vivi, but it's going to be too strong for my play groups. I'm going to build him in a not CEDH kind of way. The way that Paige and I built it, and I really like what she did, was she used pump spells, stuff like Titan Strength, to be used as rituals to pump Vivi's power. And then what we're going to do is use that zero cost ability to cheat stuff out. So I do kind of agree with what you're saying. I don't know if you can even build it weak, but we're not going to do like the curiosity kind of thing. I know like some people are going to be like, just build it CEDH, just build it super sweaty. I do kind of see what you're saying, but I'm going to do my best to kind of like build it with what I have. Vivi is just a ripoff of the little wizard from He-Man. Is he? Oh, interesting. Oh, I kind of see what you're saying here. I don't know, chat. What do you think? I mean, it's kind of close. The eyes are kind of like floating there. It's kind of close. I want to be like, no, F you, you're wrong, Obadiah, but I don't know, man. I think you might be onto something here. I think you might have something, I think you might have some ground to stand on. I think there might be a little bit of something with what you're saying. Michael Furberger says, yep, agree. I do know that, Arcanau. Based off the OG. All right, let's get some cards in here. Let's start building this thing. I gotta turn off the air conditioning. God, dude. Oh man, this is my one shout out to GameStop. GME baby this week. Oh baby. All right, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. He's based off the OG Black Mage. All Vivi decks are sweaty, can't avoid it. I'm gonna try to not be sweaty. You could build it Hail Mary style with self-mill and then Thoracle Wincon, but not actually Thoracle, the Jace instead, and Gamble. You need Gamble and lots of coin flips, maybe. Face, Green, Smiling, Grape Shot, Mind's Desire, Braid of Fire. Chat GPT, please turn off air conditioning. Just in time for chair. Yeah, dude. Don't be a llama. I'm telling you. Broke above 30 and we are off to the races. I am so excited. Been watching it since 2020. Congrats on the poll. Don't have one yet, but also made a Vivi from what I have. All right, Turbo. All right, cool. Let's see what we got here. I want to start with foils first. Uh-oh, Kraken Jank says, Wiki says He-Man show came out in 83 and Final Fantasy 1 wasn't until 87. Oh, God. All right. We're starting off with common foils, because these are what I have around me at my disposal. Then we're going to go get into some other stuff. Let's see what we got. Blood Ogre, Smash to Smithereens. Create a 1/1 red satyr. Discard a card, draw a card. Synchronize Spellcraft. Chandra's Embercat. Torch Courier. Searing Blaze is kind of fun. Faithless Looting, kind of fun. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains first strike. No, we're looking for a little bit more than that. Tormenting Voice. Probably not. Mishra's Domination. As long as you control and enchant a creature, it gets +2/+2. Otherwise, it can't block. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, these are just common foils right now. How'd you get the Vivi? The set isn't out yet. King Kim Lo. I am a channel ambassador for this set, so I can't reveal any of the other stuff that I've opened. But the way that it works is Wizards of the Coast sends ambassadors product, and they review it, and they get to open it, and that's why you are probably on, you know, Instagram and all these different spots seeing tons of stuff that's already been opened. So it's all obviously printed months or years earlier. I don't even know how long, but it gets sent, and yeah, we get to like open it early, and I open this in my collector box. Yeah, my pleasure. I'm happy to talk more about that too. Oh no, are we getting... Oh God, this is what happens. Give me a second, chat. Need to like put my phone on airplane mode. Hold on. My mom is calling me and it messed up my entire top down. Okay. We should be good. I really need to get a camera, a actual thing that isn't a camera, or that isn't my phone. That is a camera that isn't my phone. There we go. Think we're good. Lady Kiwala, what's up? Nice to see you. Right. The set is printed way in advance for promotional stuff and for stores to do pre-release stuff. Right. Were you satisfied with the box? Yeah. I mean, in each of the collector packs, there's a Through the Ages card, which is pretty sweet. There's a lot of really good stuff in there. I think it's very fun. I had a really fun experience opening it. And I mean, my box was pretty cracked. It was like a Cloud, 2 Sephiroth. Like, there was a lot of really good stuff in there. Like, it was a very, very crazy box. And based on pre-sale prices, it was just nutty. But I don't take any of those pre-sale prices into consideration at all. Are you allowed to sell the cards? No. You're not allowed to sell the cards. So, like, something like this, it just goes into my collection, that kind of thing. Kraken Jank! $5 through Super Chat says Martishius Magic Camera Fund. That's right. I need a top-down camera that isn't my iPhone. This is what I'm working with. I'll just show you. My iPhone is being used. Oh, hi. Do we like this angle? Is this a good angle for me? Yeah, this is what we're working with, chat. No, it's fun. It's fun. We do what we can. Jank, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, man. Oh, we gotta get the chat champion on here. Wait, but I gotta update it now. Chat champion Kraken Jank. Thank you for the fiber. Oh yeah. All right, let's keep looking. Only the finest tech for this presentation. That's right, Random Task. Also, I appreciate you watching over on Twitch. If you guys do enjoy the stream, click like and subscribe. Only the finest tech. Retro says, I'm going to send you my Logitech face blue smiling, the one Brody recommended. It's not, I'm not using it because I'm too busy. You can send it back when the camera fund reaches. Let's go. I appreciate you. Arcanas says, yep, rare and regular boosters. It's still a good chance to get Ristics, though. Yeah, it is a good time to get those. Eddie says, I want the mono white cloud so bad. One of my OG decks is Nahiri Lithomancer. Oh, God, it's such a good tutor. It's such a good tutor. I kind of want to, like, get rid of SRAM. Replace SRAM with it. Hammerhand. All right, let's see if we can find stuff. 2 less to cast if it's night. Yeah, we're not going to play that. Target creature gets +2/+1 until end of turn, and then it comes back as a 4/2. I mean, that's kind of interesting. It's a nice little pump spell. You may discard a card if you do. Draw 2 cards. RJT, what's up? Nice to see you. Arcanout says, if you got a volcanic island, it has to go into this deck. I know. I have no volcanic. I do not have a volcanic. I have a proxy. If I was building him as CEDH, I would probably do that. Ooh, I have a Cast into Fire. This card is good. 1 damage to each of up to 2 target creatures and exile target artifact. I'm actually going to set that to the side. I think that might be a playable. Rush the Room. Chain Lightning. You cast Lightning reflexes as though it had flash. If you cast it anytime. No. Undying Rage. +2/+2 and can't block. When it's put into a graveyard from the battlefield, return Undying Rage to its owner's hand. Jesus. Give me a second, chat. Sorry, chat. I need just a second, guys. No, I was muted because I had to take a phone call. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm going to put my phone in airplane mode for now. That way I can just simply use my stuff and it doesn't get interrupted, which makes the camera fund even more relevant and important. Because I'm like, I need my top-down camera, but every time somebody calls, it interrupts what's going on. So let's just go ahead and fix this. All right. All right, we should be good. There we go. Just like I want to talk to my mom, but we're in the middle of a stream. There we go. Now we can actually do some work here. Can you do a do not disturb? It's not going to be an emergency in 2 hours. The stream's going to go for like 2 hours. There's not going to be an emergency. All right, so we're going to put Undying Rage in here. Yeah, what happens is receiving the call is what makes it pause. So every single time I was here talking to you guys, that call would come through and then it would make it to where the stream like pauses or like is interrupted or whatever. And so if my mom's gonna just keep calling me over and over and over again, I had to just pick up, explain what was going on. All right, this is a tribal instant changeling card. Up to 2 target creatures each get +2/+2 and gain all creature types until end of turn. Do I have any big cascade discover spells? Yeah, possibly. I'm gonna go through the commons here, and then I'm gonna look through what I have as far as like rares and mythics. Ooh, like this seems good. Like a foil expedite. Target creature gains haste until end of turn, draw a card. So for 1 red, it cantrips, and we're able to put a counter on Vivi. Let's see what else we got. Oh yes, what I meant was Kindred. That's my bad. Deals damage to target opponent equal to the number of vampires you control, so that's not going to work. Like Gut Shot? Gut Shot seems like it could be fun in here. 1 damage to target creature or player. It puts a counter on Vivi. It could be paid with Phyrexian mana. I think that seems good. Impulsive Pilferer. Rift Bolt. 3 damage to any target. I think I run Cathartic Reunion just because I like this card. Discard 2 cards to draw 3 cards. Possibly. It could just make Vivi into a... I wonder if Vivi would go equipment with basic stuff like Shuko and Bonesaw, just like 0 cost equipment. Maybe. Traitorous Instinct. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature until end of turn. It gets +2/+0 and gains haste. Probably not. I do think there's a fun build with this where, like, maybe we could... Maybe it could be the kind of thing where, like... Like a Cheerios kind of thing? I think there's a lot of different directions you can go. I think I'm going to run Dynacharge just because Vivi, remember, says add X mana in any combination of colors, in any combination of blue or red, where X is Vivi's power. Activate only during your turn and only once each turn. So if we're casting something like Dynacharge, we're putting a counter on Vivi. So like say Vivi's out. Now for 1 red, we Dynacharge. It's going to put a counter on Vivi, bumping his power up to 1, making him the 1/4. But then Dynacharge is going to happen, making him a +2 power. So now Vivi's a 3/4 off 1 red. Now we can cast something for 3, and that's if we don't pump him with other stuff. So let's keep going. I kind of want to like pump him. Almost do like a Voltron kind of thing. Heat Ray, Battle Rattle Shaman, Stone Fury, Goblin Warpaint, +2/+2 in haste. Like, I wonder if it's worth it to, like... I definitely want to put a Chandra's Ignition in here. I mean, imagine doing a bunch of traitor effects and then running, like, makeshift munitions and Goblin Bombardment. So I'm just like, I take your thing, I swing with it, I sacrifice it. I take your thing, I swing with it, I sacrifice it. Stormfleet Pyromancer. Yeah, like just all these treason effects. That could be fun. Irenicus's Vile Duplication, Spark Double. Why not have more than 1 Vivi? Yes! That's not a bad idea. Maybe like Vivi Eldrazi. If I had multiple Vivi. Because I definitely want to put Go-Go in there. Here, do we run Sure Strike? Probably. Shock. Teamer Battle Rage. I don't know about Teamer Battle Rage. Let's keep going. Yeah, Jessica's Will seems good. I ain't looking to get him hated out, but Curiosity is fire since he keeps pinging. I know. I know. Curiosity is such a good card for this deck. 5 damage to target creature. I know there's going to be some people that are like, just build him CEDH. Weapon Surge. Lava Axe. Inferno Fist. Inferno Fist is an interesting one. Empty the Warrens, Chain Lightning, Skirk Prospector. Oh, like, there we go. There's a makeshift munitions right there. Let's see what the rest of these are. Renegade Tactics. Target creature can't block this turn. See what the rest of what we have here in red. I was looking at a budget what you can build him with fun casual that's more impressive. That's what I want to do. Yeah, I want to make him fun and casual. For sure. I don't want it to be like, oh, Jake's playing Vivi, kill Vivi. Even though I think that's probably what's going to happen with a lot of Vivi players, is like people are going to play against it and they're just going to be like, oh, he's really good. We'll never have that Hellbent, but I'll set it to the side. Random Task says, I was looking at budget options and Demonic Ruckus plots early game, and when Vivi gets big, he can menace and trample. Oh, that finds good. That seems good. Find ways to give him prowess and go crazy. Adam, what's up? Says, hope everyone is doing well. It's me, Adam. Nice to see ya. Gorehorn Raider. Yeah, Vivi is going to be like Urza, just the sight. Right, exactly. Exactly. Like, I can be like, no, he's chill. It'll be like, nope. Goblin Surprise, I think we put that in there. Fiery Fall. Pirate's Pillage. 4 damage to target creature. Planeswalker. Monastery Swift Spear. +1/+1 and has haste. Slick Shot Show Off. Yes, I think so. Slick Shot would be good in here. All right, let's get out some blue stuff. I want to get some blue cards going. Let's see what we got. Runaway Together. Choose 2 target creatures controlled by different players. Return those creatures to their owner's hands. Kind of a fun card. We run like a Dispel. Dispel is such a CEDH card. Petals of Insight. Telling Time. Disdainful Stroke is kind of good. I feel like I want to have like a little bit of like a counter package in here. Scry 2, then draw a card. Tattered Haunter. Draw 2 cards. Target non-land permanent. Draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Create a tap Power Stone token. Draw a card. Coolest Rock. Cloud of Fairies. Exclude. Counter target creature spell and draw a card. Is it Tribal Wizards would be fun casual? That's me though. I love tribal decks. Got a negate. Cephalid Sage. Draw 3 cards, create a 1/1 blue fairy creature token with flying. Witness Protection. Oh, Witness Protection is such a good card. Sage of Days. Each opponent gets a poison counter. I didn't know they did that in blue. Target non-land permanent's owner puts it on top or bottom. Pirate Hat. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has whenever this creature attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. Draw 3 cards and proliferate. Proliferate might be good in here because of Vivi getting counters. Draw a card, investigate. Yeah, Curse of the Swine could be good. Enchanted creature has tap. This creature deals 1 damage to any target. Obsessive Research, draw a card. I mean, I like the idea of just like cantripping a bunch. Flash Enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3 and doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. No, we don't want that. Mana War. Target player draws 2 cards and it has flashback. Deep Analysis. Deep analysis is not bad. Kraken hatchling. Frantic search. Build them out of what we have. Oh, there's just a counter spell. Let's just run a basic counter. Brainstorm shock. Stock up. Yeah, I wish I had a copy of stock up. I think we can run anticipate. Tome scour. It's gonna run like a bunch of stuff that cantrips. That seems kind of fun. Then we need some big payoffs. We need some big payoffs, chat. Just like an unsummon. Yeah, Jataxian probe. Yeah, we're gonna put probe in here. Shattered ego. You may discard an island card and another card rather than pay this spell's mana cost. Spell pierce. Lone shark. Tidal wave. Ice cage. Narcolepsy. You know what I think Vivi would really like? What's that old spell? Rune Chanter's Pike. I feel like Rune Chanter's Pike on Vivi would be pretty good. Almost like, what if we did like a red-blue Eldrazi deck? Tolarian Terror? I wonder if Tolarian Terror is good. Ooh, I definitely want to think twice. Oh, there's a brainstorm. Serum Visionary. So many negates. Oh, there's a Thrumming Bird. Maybe that's worth it. Just like keep the counters going. Impulse. Field flooding. Hard evidence. Counter target spell surveil 1. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Retro says, face blue, wide eyes, solve the equation. Tuck a spell that can't be countered. Run a Flux Channeler over the bird if I have one. Yeah, Flux Channeler would be good, right? Yeah, Flux Channeler. That's not a bad idea. That's whenever we cast a non-creature spell, we're doing that. I'm pretty sure. +1/+1 in haste. See, now here's like a whole bunch of the stuff you were talking about, like Cathar's Shield, Spider Silk Net, Bone Saw. This is all stuff that's just going to be zero cost stuff that we could just play to up his power. Look, there's Walking Atlas. That card that was recently power crept out by Poo Poo UFO. Draw a card. When it's put to a graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. Drum Blade. Inventor's Goggles. Amorphous Axe. +3/+0 and is every creature type. Traveler's Amulet. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Do we like Ever-Flowing Chalice? Multi-kicker? This seems like a fun thing to dump a lot of mana into if we make Vivi big. Seems like kind of an interesting direction. Fire Diamond. Rusted Relic, Mirror Enforcer. Enters, draw a card. Ooh, Mind Stone. Yeah, we'll just get that in there. Ulamog's Crusher. Like, maybe we run stuff like Ulamog's Crusher. There's a bauble. I could proliferate the counters. Yeah, I see what you're saying. There's another Mind Stone, another bauble. Okay. Let's see what we have in these colors. Nostrum Rain. Goblin Electromancer. Do we care about this? I think we do. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0 and has flying. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Okay. All right, let's see what we got in our other box here. What's great about this is we'll get out what we can, build what we can out of what we've got here, and it'll at least be a starting spot for our Vivi deck. I think I got a probe up here really quick. Time for a little bit of a chair stream. All right, let's look through this other box. Angling spiders, what's up? Curse of the Swine, Tybalt's Trickery. Is Blight Widow here? I don't know if Blight Widow's here yet. Good to see you, Angling Spiders. All right, we got more stuff to look through here. What do you guys think of like Iron Mirror and Silver Mirror? Or are these more so just like pauper cards? I kind of like these. Page turned me onto these cards. We did find a probe. We did find Grape Shot. We're going to just put stuff together that we're interested in, and then we'll come back and refine. I do like Fling just in case Vivi gets really big. I want to find a Chandra's Ignition. All right, let's see what this is. Oh, nope, this is a whole bunch of stuff we cannot play. All right. Three relics, but they're all Japanese. You want non-creature mana rocks for more Vivv triggers, right? Probably so, right? Yeah, you're probably right. It'd be better if those were just like the Fire Diamond. All right, let's see what we got in non-foils here. Target creature can't block this turn. Draw a card. +2/+1 and gains trample until end of turn. That's kind of interesting. Volcanic Rush. +2/+0 and gains trample. What the hell? Can we just talk about this? Oh, it's attacking creatures. Not target creature. I was about to say, that's ridiculous. Bent Sentinel. Kiln Fiend. Is Kiln Fiend in here? I think Kiln Fiend is worth running. Tarfire, 2 damage target creature or player, dual shot. Sizzle. Sizzle deals 3 damage to each opponent. Is this card good? I don't think it is, but I'm going to set it to the side. Brimstone Volley. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may have target creature get +2/+0 until end of turn. So this is like a renewable, like Battle Rattle Shaman is a renewable way to keep Vivv pumped. I'm kind of interested in that. Keldon Raider. Reckless Airstrike. 3 damage to target creature with flying or destroy target artifact. Hulking Devil. Do we run like a Voldaren Epicure? 1 damage to each opponent. Create a blood token. No, it's probably not worth it. When Dragon Mantle enters, draw a card. Enchanted creature has tapped. This creature gets... Oh! Wait a minute. Dragon Mantle is good in here. Enchanted creature has 1 red. This creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Is this a potential way to go infinite? Is Dragon Mantle kind of like a little bit of like an infinite kind of thing? We're putting fire breathing on Vivi. I think there's something there. Lightning Strike, Magma Spray, Ancient Grudge. Oh yeah, we want Titan Strength. +3/+1 and gains trample. Seems good. Oh, that's right. You can only activate it once. That's right. If you could activate it more than once, it'd be stupid. That would be stupid. Do we just run a bolt in here? Is it worth it to run a bolt? I don't think... No, I don't feel like Lightning Bolt is high impact enough. Each player draws 3 cards, then discards 3 cards at random. Burning Inquiry. Seems kind of good. Barbed Lightning. Goblin Warpaint. I'll just put it to the side just in case. Outnumber. Oh, just like Pyretics hanging out, huh? I think we probably run a Pyretic. Fiery Cannonade. I would, if I have Naban, I'm gonna put it in here. Brightstone Ritual. Add red to your mana pool for each goblin. That's gotta be value, right? This card has to have some value. Add red to your mana pool for each goblin in play. That seems like something that you could just go absolutely wild with. Cartouche, Tarfire. Oh, I remember my Tarfires. I used to run these Tarfires in Grixis, or not Grixis, Jund Death's Shadow, because it grows the Goyf. I remember those days. Remember going out of my way to get a set of Tarfires specifically for that deck. Hey, Blight Widow's here. Nice to see you. If you mutate Vivi and make a copy of the mutated Vivi, you could do it. Are you talking about with the one? Are you talking about with Dragon Mantle? Thunderstrike. Target creature gets +2/+0 in first strike. Reckless Airstrike. We already decided no on those. Keldon Raider. Infuriate. Now we're talking. +3/+2 until end of turn. That's good. Demolish. All right, let's see what we got for blue, chat. Diminish, Pondering Mage, Thought Scour. A lot of this we already have. Capture Sphere. Brody, what's up, man? Nice to see ya. Counter target spell unless this controller pays 4. So many sprites. I can't believe Brimstone is only or Brightstone is only a $1 card. That's wild to me. Vivi, Las Vegas. That's going to be what everybody's calling it, because Las Vegas is going to be filled with Vivs. I just know it. It's going to be Vivi time. Spreading seas. Echoing Truth. Return target non-land permanent and all other permanents with the same name as that permanent to their owner's hand. This is just like a generically good card that also like hoses tokens. I'm gonna set it to the side. Treasure Cruise. Do we like Treasure Cruise in here? That might be a play. Negate, Botcast. Tidespout Tyrant. Did I pass it? Or am I... Think Twice, we already have. Treasure Cruise, Thoughtcast. Sensory Deprivation. Tome Scour. God, like a Vivi mill deck? That kind of sounds fun. Oh, we need Ponder. We need Preordain. Well, we just find all of our Ponders and Preordains. There we go. We want Ponder. We want Preordain. Condescend. Logic Knot. Yeah, if I have it. Marcel MCV, nice to see you. Thank you for signing. Thank you for singing, Jake. What did I sing? Did I sing? Oh, Vivi, Las Vegas. Draw 2 cards, then shuffle a card from your hand into your library. Index, Steel Sabotage. Why do I feel like, is Index an underplayed card? Look at the top 5 cards of your library, then put them back in any order. Is that card good? I feel like I like it. Eldrazi stuff. Incubator Drone, Clutch of Currents. You remember this when this card got banned in Pauper? Tap enchanted creature and you become the monarch. I might run that. This is like, as of right now, this is like a Pauper Vivi deck. Omen Speaker, Contradict, Frost links, sleep paralysis, bone to ash, counter target creature spell, draw a card. It's not bad. Disperse. All right. Is it Cluestone? I don't know. Is it? I would run that Expo map. We'll run that. Arkham's Astrolab. Nope. 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 No. 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 Marble diamond. That's what we need. We want those diamonds. Look at all these Ickerwell. Look at all these fucking Ickerwell springs. Jesus. Chromatic sphere. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Draw a card. No. Bonesaw. Ornithopters. Darksteel ingot. We'll set that to the side. I don't think we run it though. Pirate's Cutlass. Make Vivi a pirate. Marble diamond. Where are the other diamonds? Yeah, the Wellsprings. What is in that pauper deck? How do they run that? All right, let me go get some more boxes, chat. We got more boxes. My headphones are falling apart. I'm just, ugh. Let's see what we got as far as spice goes. Okay, Grixis Affinity. Okay. I think we're going to have a Vivi deck here. I don't know if it's going to be amazing or top tier, but it's definitely going to be something that I can play test and have some fun with. Being able to build a deck out of stuff that I have is nice. My friend, you do have a lot of cards. How many cards do you think you have in all? Realistically, probably about... Gosh, I don't know. Mana Dork. Martish! What's up? How are you today? We're building Vivi. I would say, I don't know, Paige, are you there hanging out? How many cards do you think I have, hon? If you had to guess. I would say maybe about... God, realistically... Oh, man. 60,000? Alright, let's see what we got in our binders. Time to do binder time. See what we got in the binders. All right. Start with blue binder, work our way back. Reliquary Tower. Probably, right? I'm thinking yes. You think I have more than 60,000 cards? I mean, maybe. Denizen of the Deep. Enters the battlefield. Return each other creature you control to its owner's hand. No. This is at least easy because we have an idea of what we want to build. Oh, Wooded Foothills. That goes in here. Treasonous Ogre. Probably not. Ionize. Counter target spell. Deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. No. Don't care. Smoke Bomb. Here we go. We have a ship. Whenever Jackdaw deals combat damage to a player, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw a card for each artifact you control. Crew 3. Nope, we're not going to run that. But you know what we will run? Propaganda. We will run Propaganda in here. That seems like a reasonable card. Ooh, this Brainstorm is spicy. Let's run this. We're going to run this Brainstorm over the other Brainstorm. We'll put all that stuff away later. I'm not going to do that on stream. Mystical Dispute. Harbinger of the Seas. Do we just run this? Non-basic lands or islands? It'd just be like, fuck you! Oh, non-basic lands are islands. I don't know. Psycho. I'm trying to... We're building it out of what we have, right? One of those long boxes is about 1,000 cards. I would say, I don't know. I would say I probably have realistically about 5,000 or geez, like 50,000 cards, if I had to guess. Gifts Ungiven. Is this worth running? No, probably not. I don't think I want to build it like CEDH. I am kind of interested in Harbinger of the Seas. That seems mean. We run a Tursa. Discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many cards whenever it attacks. If there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, exile a card at random from your graveyard. You may play that card this turn. Dan's the King just subscribed. Appreciate you. I feel like Tursa's kind of good. There's my Tarmogoyfs. Rest in peace. I bought these all at like between like $5 and $7 each, just because I was like, you know what? I missed that card. All right, Esoteric Duplicator. Whenever you sack Esoteric Duplicator or any other artifact, you may pay 2. If you do, at the beginning of the next end step, create a token that's a copy of that artifact. Is this a Mendicant Core card? Maybe? Dreamtide Whale. Whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, proliferate. Whenever a player. I think the whale goes in Vivi. All right, nothing else from that one. All right, there might be some stuff in here. Let's look through this one. 15k cards is only 3 long boxes of each color in Magic. Man, I don't know, chat. I realistically don't know how many cards I have. I wish I did. Arclight Phoenix. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've cast 3 or more instant or sorcery spells this turn, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield. I don't... That seems like maybe good. Seems maybe good. Oh god. Do we run wielder? I mean, I feel like this could be a possible... I mean, I don't know, maybe. I'm gonna bring him out as a maybe. I remember when Abyssal Persecutor, dude, fun. All right, so Abyssal Persecutor, when this card came out, just like a little story, like little MTG story time here. When Abyssal Persecutor came out, this card was debuting at, I mean, everybody was like hyped on it. It's like, whoa, a flying trample 6/6 for 4. You can't win the game and your opponents can't lose the game. And I opened this in my box of Worldwake and I took it to the local game store, and this was around the year that this set came out, so it would have been like 2010, something like that. And I remember Abyssal Persecutor was so hyped, you would not believe what I traded my Persecutor for. I wasn't using it, and I traded it to a guy at the local game store, I shit you not, for 3 Zendikar Misty Rainforests. 3 Misty Rainforests for 1 Abyssal Persecutor. And at the time, it was a trade that was slightly in his favor. I think Persecutor was like 35 or 40 bucks or something like that, and the Misties were maybe like 10 or 11 each. Yeah, dude. How the times have changed. How the times have changed. Abyssal Persecutor, now it's more of a meme. You'll see it in some decks, but I mean, it still does work. It's a nice beater for 4. But, oh man, I remember those days. What a wild time to be a Magic player. And then I have all of that knowledge crammed into my head. I just remember stuff like that. Some bolts, another Phoenix, sleight of hand. Look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand and the other on the bottom of your library. That seems fine. This deck is doing like a lot of cantripping. Yeah, yeah. 1 Persecutor for all those. Is it worth it? Do we run a JTMS in here just because? My, how the turntables. I mean, I remember when this card was a top 8, dude. It was in every top 8 deck. Or no, not every deck. Okay, so that year, this would have been like 2009. When was that banning? The Jace banning. This deck was in every single top 8 deck. There was blue-white control that had Grave Titan. Kevin McCool, thank you for following. There was Grave Titan in the blue-black control deck. Creeping Tar Pit, Grave Titan. In the blue-white control deck, you had Sun Titan, Wall of Omens, Squadron Hawks. And then that deck later became Cawblade. And so what ended up happening was you had Jace the Mind Sculptor in blue-black control, Jace the Mind Sculptor in blue-white control, Jace the Mind Sculptor in Cawblade, which had, I believe, like Vincer or some Tezzeret that year. And then the only other deck that wasn't a Jace deck was Kuldotha Rebirth. And so people were playing a super fast red deck with Kuldotha Rebirth and Mox Opal. And what ended up happening was they had to ban Jace just because Jace was in all those top 8 decks. And now, years later, Jace is a fair card. You don't even see it in Modern. This card nowadays is fair. It's a card that's just fair. It's just like, yeah, it's all right. Do I run it in here? Maybe. Maybe for the lulz. Maybe for the lulz. Got a Quicksilver Elemental ready for your Vivi deck. Oh, yeah. I do not have a Quicksilver. Now, Harmonic Prodigy. If an ability of a shaman or another wizard you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Ooh. I think we run Harmonic Prodigy in here. Yes? Because Vivi does have Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on Vivi. That's a triggered ability. I feel like it's worth it just to run Harmonic in here just because of the synergy. That seems like good synergy. I'll tell you, this is a card that people don't run enough. Sack a creature, destroy target non-basic land. This card is good. This card is good. And people do not run it enough. If I was going wide, I'd be running Shiv and Harvest. Nice renewable way to clean up people's boards. Taigam, whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it. Then exile the spell you cast with 4 time counters on it. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. Corey Steelcutter, +1/+1 and has trample and haste. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 white monk creature token with prowess. You may attach this equipment to it. Maybe? I run lands that destroy lands instead. I know, but lands that destroy lands, that's good. We'll run Fiery Islet. This seems good. We'll run the blue-red Horizon land. All right, I think that's it for here. Let's keep the train moving. All right, now we have some spice. Oh, R.I.P. my J-Los. R.I.P. See, now, like, something like this. Would we want this in here? No maximum hand size. Maybe? And it only costs... It costs 0 to play? I feel like that's an Imskir card that I should be running. Is it worth it to run Manamo? Untap target legendary permanent. Like, how much do we care about Vivi? Jake, do you meanly use the 4-card binders? No, these are just like my spicy binders. These are just my spicy ones. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. I don't know if we want fact or fiction. I don't think we want... How much do we want pyrokinesis? Does this seem good? I could use my Jewel Lotus as a treasure token. No, I know what you meant. Sword of Body and Mind. +2/+2 and has pro green and pro blue. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to a player, have them mill 10 and put a wolf. Kind of fun. Meek Stone. Creatures with power 3 or greater don't untap during their controller's untap steps. I wonder... Zozu is kind of fun in here. Whenever a land comes into play, it deals 2 damage to that land's controller. It seems kind of fun. Do we put a force in? You know what? We're going to pump up the volume a little bit. We're going to put a force in here. I want to run a force in this deck. Why not, right? And you know what? Let's run Cascade Bluffs. We're going to run a little Expo Cascade Bluffs. And you know what? We could just run Misty. Or do I already have a Misty in here? I don't think that I do. So I could run this Misty. Mox Amber. Add 1 mana among legendary creatures or planeswalkers you control. Is this a deck that runs Mox Amber? I feel like he's low enough to the ground that Mox Amber could work in here. Right, like a killed fiend jank. Like it needs to be stuff like that. Like maybe we do put Mox Amber in. Someone said, LOL, what happened? KMC, KMC, LOL, what happened? Amulet of Vigor. TARDIS. Whenever TARDIS attacks, if you control a Time Lord. No, we don't. Run Wasteland. Yeah. We'll put Wasteland in. Why not? Force a negation. Sure. Sure, why not? Tezzerats. Okay. Commander's Plate. Equipped creature gets +3/+3 and has protection from each color that's not in your commander's color identity. Probably? Slime. Slimed. Trick Bind. Counter target activated or triggered ability. If a permanent's ability is countered this way, activated abilities of that permanent can't be activated this turn. Trick Bind could be good. Twin Flame. There's Lab Man. I don't think we need Lab Man. Lucas. See, this is all just secret lair stuff. Smokestack. Foggerden. Arclight. Alright, so not much to run in here. Let's run a SpongeBob command tower just for shits and giggles. Okay. All right, on to more binders. Didn't you get a Final Fantasy command tower in the decks? I did. I mean, I guess I could use a Final Fantasy command tower, but this one has a pineapple on it. I mean, I don't know. You have a rebuttal to that? Could use a Final Fantasy one, but I could go with one that has a... Could go with a pineapple. All right, recap of where we're at so far. Yeah, we could do that. Lands. All right, so this is the spice. All right, so we're building Vivi. One, a blue and a red. 0 cost, add X mana of any combination of blue and or red mana where X is Vivi's power. Activate only during your turn and only once each turn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on Vivi and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. So we went through commons first. We have stuff like Kiln Fiend. We have some fun pump spells, Pyretic Ritual, just like stuff that we could put on Vivi that's going to make Vivi's power bigger, and with the intention of like, oh, you know, like Titan Strength. When we cast this on Vivi, Vivi's going to go from being a 0/3 to getting a counter, being a 1/4. Then he's going to be a 4/5 until end of turn, scry 1. Then we can activate his ability, and now we have 4 mana just off of Titan Strength. So this was, shout out to Paige. This was Paige's idea to use pump spells as rituals in Vivi. So like for just a couple mana, I mean, I also like Battle Rattle Shaman. The beginning of combat on your turn, you may have target creature get +2/+0 until end of turn. That's going to be a renewable effect that just at the beginning of combat on our turn, we put a +2 on the Vivi, and he gets that until end of turn. So like we go into combat, Vivi gets +2/+0. We could cast whatever else we put on Vivi, whether it's like Infuriate, other sort of pump spells, and then ultimately cheat out something big. So we want to have some nice big payoffs in here. So like we also have, you know, +2/+0 and flying, Goblin Electromancer to make our instants and sorceries cost less. So there's like a little bit of like a spell slinger vibe going in here. But yeah, you know, like Capsize, Probe, you know, stuff that can help make Vivi bigger. And then we're also running like a counter package in here as well. And yeah, now we're pulling kind of like higher end cards. We pulled some like Harmonic Prodigy. If an ability of a shaman or wizard you control triggers, it triggers an additional time. Pulled a Mox Amber. Pulled some like Propaganda, because if we're going to go low creatures, we need to have something that disincentivizes our opponents to swing at us. Harbinger, Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, if we were to go like, you know, let's you know, try to draw as much as we can, possibly mill ourselves out. We got Force in here, 2 forces. We're just going casual with it, pretty cash. Scott, nice to see you. Wooded Foothills, Reliquary Tower. So the idea is pump Vivi with rituals and then get some payoffs. So let's see what we can find as far as payoffs go. Now we're going to get into my bigger binders here. My little binders are the spicy ones. My bigger ones are more so casual. Emery's. Let's just set everything to the side so I can put the full binder up here while we look. This is all in semi-sorted piles, so it should be easy to just lay back out. All right. Invasion of Giants. Draw a card. No. I hate this. This binder is one of my least favorites. Picked up a mic, boom, and pop filter today for 15. Nice. Got Finn the Fangbearer in there. Scott, what are you planning on working on? The Agar, whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess damage. Nope. Nope. Inga, Rune Eyes, enters Scry 3. When it dies, draw 3 cards if 3 or more creatures die this turn. No. Cosima. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile Cosima. If you do, it gains whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control. No. No. That is not what we want. Oh, the $20 tier. All right, I need to get that tier made, apparently. Need to get that tier going. Whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess non-combat damage, Turoff deals damage equal to the excess to any target other than that permanent. Okay. So this is all like a lot of call time stuff. Sage of Beyond. Spells you cast from anywhere other than your hand cost 2 less to cast. Got some snow-covered mountains, snow-covered islands. Valgavoth. Gamble. What do you think, chat? Do we like Gamble? Is Gamble worth running? I feel like Gamble might be a run. We'll pull it. Cyclone Summoner enters the battlefield. If you cast it from your hand, return all permanents to their owner's hands except for giants, wizards, and lands. Another Cosima. Ooh, Prismari Command. 2 damage to any target. Draw 2, then discard 2. Target player creates a treasure token. Destroy target artifact. That seems good. I feel like we might play that. That seems kind of good. Ooh, Isochron? You may copy the exiled card. If you do, you may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. Oh man, I feel like Isochron Scepter goes in here. I feel like it does. Very casual. Casual Isochron for Vivi. We are definitely going to build a deck out of this guy. We're going to build a deck out of this little wizard, chat. Nothing there. Nothing there. The Royal Scones. Draw a card, then discard a card. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains first strike and trample until end of turn. Well, by golly gee, I feel like that works with our commander. It not only loots, but target creature gets +0/+0 and gains first strike. Is this thing just gonna get absolutely wrecked? I kind of want to try it. This deck is just going to have some planeswalkers in it, I guess. Spire Bluff Rekindling. When Rekindling Phoenix dies, create a 0/1 red elemental creature token with, at the beginning of your upkeep, sack this creature and return Rekindling Phoenix from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste until end of turn. Dude, Rekindling Phoenix seems good. This card seems good in this deck. Sure, it's a 4/3 flyer. When it dies, create a 0/1. Or am I just being dumb? Is this card not actually good in here? It probably isn't, is it? Oh, there's a reason there's 5 of them in my binder. Dig Through Time. Do we run a Bone Crusher? God knows we have enough of them. 12 foil Bone Crusher giants. Oily Mystic Sanctuary. We're just never going to have that many islands. Never going to have that many islands for it to matter. Sir Eleonora. Power equal to the number of cards in your hand. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Spells your opponent cast that target Sir Eleonora cost 2 more to cast. So that was like Ward before there was Ward. Eidolon, Stalwarts. Enters the battlefield, you may search your library and graveyard for a card named Rowan. No. Eidolon, Fae of Wishes. Hushbringers. Lovestruck Beast. More Bone Crushers. Triskelion, Intruder Alarm. Creatures don't untap during their controller's untap steps. Whenever a creature comes into play, untap all creatures. So no, probably not there. Metamorph? Possibly Metamorph. It's not bad. Sorin, Kiora Best the Sea God. Create an 8/8 blue Kraken. Tap all non-land permanents target opponent controls. Okay, so like I feel like this is like a payoff. This could be a good payoff. Play a bunch of stuff, then create an 8/8 Kraken with hexproof, then tap all non-land permanents the player controls, then gain control of one of their things. This seems pretty strong. All right. Let's keep going. I need a Chandra's Ignition. Straight out the kitchen. Oh, there's the Coruscation Mage. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. There he is. Foily Coruscation Mage. Boom. The card is good in here. All right, now we're finding payoffs, chat. We're at the payoff area. We want Fiery Emancipation in here. If a source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals triple that damage instead. Boom. That's what we want. This is massive in here. Get this out early, and then every time Vivi's pinging people, pinging them for 3. That is strong. Strange. We'll go Preordain. We'll go the spicy one. Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball is just one of my favorite cards. Arjun. Whenever you cast a spell, put the cards in your hand on the bottom of your library in any order, then draw that many cards. Oh, man. That's something. I think we could go in Is It Boilerworks in here. Seems kind of fun. Oh, all right, here we go. A braid. Oh, yes. Rite of the Dragon Caller. Paige, this was in our build. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 5/5 red dragon. All right, so these are our payoffs. Now we're finding some good payoffs here. I think we run a braid. A braid just seems generically good. Atali. Whenever Atali attacks, exile the top card of each player's library. Then you may cast any number of spells from among those cards without paying their mana costs. It doesn't seem awful. It does not seem awful. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a token that's a copy of another target non-land permanent you control. Well, we do have omniscience. I think we run that. Oh man, we're getting to where we're going to be able to build the deck very soon here. We're just pulling tons of cards. It's pretty much like a burn deck. Omniscience. We'll put this in here. Sphinx of Forgotten Lore. Flash, flying, 3/3. Whenever this creature attacks, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. The flashback cost is equal to that card's mana cost. This seems relevant in our deck. Being able to cast stuff again from the yard is good. Flash flying. Whenever it attacks, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. That seems good. Scrolling Crawler. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card. Whenever an opponent draws a card, that player loses 1 life. God, is Scrolling Crawler good? I mean, obviously Scrolling Crawler is good, but is Scrolling Crawler good for this deck? Niv Mizzet, you have no maximum hand size. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you draw that many cards. Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah, the blue land. Yes, it's good. The blue land is good. Unstoppable Plan. At the beginning of your end step, untap all non-land permanents you control. I'm not going to run Cyclonic Rift. But do I run Mystic Confluence? Mystic Confluence is not bad. I think we could run that. We know we want a boots. I like the idea of running these spicy. Oh, those are from my mill deck. Never mind. Do we run a fish? I feel like we should run a fish. Let's run a fish. Desertion. Counter target spell. If an artifact or creature spell is countered this way, put that card on the battlefield under your control. Oh, I'm good on that. Alright, let's do this one. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery or wizard spell, gains flying until end of turn. I'm good on that. Oh yeah, we run on the fish. Eligeth. If you would scry any number of cards, draw that many. No. Malcolm. Whenever one or more pirates. No. No. Attack. Scry X, where X is a number of attacking. No. Thought Vessel. Yeah. Thought Vessel is good. Hellkite, Comet Storm. Choose target creature or player. Paige, didn't we say we liked Comet Storm in here? Choose target creature or player, then choose another target creature or player for each time Comet Storm was kicked. It deals X damage to each of them. We could just do like a massive Comet Storm, right? Seems kind of good. Pearl Lake. Can't be countered. Prowess. Return 3 lands you control to their owner's hand. Return Pearl Lake Ancient to its owner's hand. I just hate that this dies so easily. I love Pearl Lake Ancient. Just dies too easily. Font of Magic. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each time you've cast a commander from your command zone. This was a card that I used to be high on. No. Gonna move on. Ugin again. Hey Jake, wondering if you and Joel are doing any fan events in Vegas this year. One last huzzah. No, we will not be. Negative. I have not talked to him, but I can say definitively that we will not. All right. Let's keep going here. Like, you will see us there, but we will be separate. Like, bombardment. Is bombardment worth running? I feel like if we were building it a different way, probably so. Oh, there's a furnace. We want furnace in here. We definitely want a furnace. Double all damage assigned to any creature or player. I did not find a curiosity yet. Red Blast. Final Fortune. Mana Flare. Whenever a player taps a land for mana. No. None of that. Ancient Runes. During each player's upkeep, Ancient Runes deals 1 damage to that player for each artifact he or she controls. Do we do that? Ugin, definitely come say hey. I will be there. We will be there. Understand, hoping to run into you both. Looking for my Snorlax. Look for my Snorlax backpack. I will do so. Bo says, what's up, Jake? Just got off work. How's it going? We are building a Vivv deck. We're pulling a bunch of cards and then we're going to go in and actually build it. I think I want to run Ancient Runes. Is this card too punishing? During each player's upkeep, Ancient Runes deals 1 damage to that player for each artifact he or she controls. Is this just like good? I kind of want to run this. I feel like this is a punishing card. I think it's good. I've never ran it in a deck and I kind of want to run it. Passing by all the black cards, my favorite cards. This is a card that I love too. Flying 1/1 for 3. Flying all non-wall creatures target opponent controls attack this turn if able. At the end of turn, destroy each of those creatures that did not attack. Use this ability only once or only during that player's opponent's turn and only before combat. Great card. And then this card, I cannot wait to build Shadow so that I can put this in here. Target creature gains Shadow until end of turn. Off the Embrace. These old cards like this, man, those were part of the Sleeper series. Insight. Oh, here we go. Yeah, let's run Assigned Fish. I want to run Assigned Fish. So many fish. All the fish. Whenever a player successfully casts a green spell, draw a card. Is that worth running? Okay. I need someone smarter than me. How good is Pemenzora in Vivi? Untap him. Enchanted creature gains flying. Enchanted creature can't be the target of spells or abilities this turn. And then enchanted creature gets +1, -1, or -1, +1 until end of turn. So I could dump all my mana into Vivi's ability. I feel like this has to be good in here. Vivi with Pemenzora. Old World says, I can't deck build without 100 fresh sleeves. I know, right? Whenever I have fresh sleeves, I'm just like, you know what? I want to get a deck going. Kind of interested in that Pemenzora. Oh, here we go. We'll just run this old boy here. That'll be our old boy. Okay, so Jank, the Shroud is helpful, but the +1, -1 is really net 0 mana. Yeah. It is, right? If I dump a bunch of mana into him. So, like, with Pemenzora, say we dump a bunch of mana into him. Say I have 10 untapped mana, and I just pump it all into him. Well, I could end up killing him. Yeah, maybe it's not worth it. I do like being able to, like, turn on Shroud. That's kind of good. Well, here's the thing. If I, like, build him up and he's got a big toughness. Yeah, it's so hard. So hard. Do we need a pedal? Do we need a pedal to the metal? Altar of Dementia. Sack your creature equal to that creature's power from the top. No. Jet Medallion. Static Orb. Players cannot untap more than 2 permanents during their untap phases. That is a card that makes people not want to play the game with you. Felwar Stone is probably good. Add to your mana pool 1 mana of any type an opponent lands could produce. Yes. We'll run a Felwar Stone. Felwar Stone is good. And we need a Riptide Lab. I think we want Riptide Lab. Wait, so are we thinking Pemenzora could be good? It's like Shroud that I can turn on if I need it. Yeah, I'm gonna consider it. I think there might be something there. Like if I was building him like CEDH, I would be running like Urza's Bauble, be running Lotus Petal. I'd be running a whole bunch of 0 cost stuff and then draw spells and then Curiosity. But like the thing is like I just don't. I don't know. I don't know how fun that would be. Fire Covenant. Sabu. Okay. On to the next one. Then I'm going to have to put a whole bunch of cards back, because I feel like we're getting close. Young Peasy, Indomitable Creativity. Destroy X artifacts and or creatures. For each permanent destroyed this way, its controller reveals cards from the top of their library until an artifact or creature card is revealed and exiles that card. Those players put the exiled cards onto the battlefield, then shuffles their library. Is Indomitable Creativity good in here? I feel like we could just dump a whole bunch of mana into that. It's 3 mana for the option to invest even more mana for Shroud repeatedly. Yeah. Is it a Drake deck? I don't know. There's part of me that's thinking... when you say Drake deck, do you mean like a creature that gets plus X plus O until end of turn, where X is the number of instant and sorceries, like that kind of thing? Temporal Mastery, Chain Veil. The beginning of your end step, if you don't... Okay, no. Don't need that. War's Toll. Whenever an opponent taps a land for mana, tap all lands that player controls. If a creature an opponent controls attacks, all creatures that opponent attacks disable. That's kind of a nice little pain in the ass card. Lightning Crafter, Lathis, Fury of the Horde. You may exile 2 red cards from your hand rather than pay Fury of the Horde's mana cost. Untap all creatures that attack this turn. No. Not seeing much in here. Inexorable Tide. Kira, creatures you control have. Whenever this creature becomes a target of a spell or ability for the first time in a turn, counter that spell or ability. We don't want to do that because it will counter our stuff. Sublime Epiphany, counter target spell, counter target activated or triggered ability. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Target player draws a card. There's so much going on that. Spellslinger Drakes. Yeah, possibly. Did I end up ordering you an Ophidian Eye? I don't think I did, but I can. I could do it after the stream. Copy Enchantment, Temple Bell, Mindslaver, Glenalendra. I think I want to run Glenalendra. It's a wizard. I can return it to my hand. All right, what do we got for blue-red lands? Not much. We got a Shivan Reef. Pull that guy. Do you have a Leyline of Resonance? What does it do? I'm not sure. All right, that's it for that one. Let's do this guy. Solphim. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to an opponent or permanent an opponent controls. Yeah. Yeah, we put Sulfum in here. Yep. Sulfum goes in here. The sorcerer control would deal non-combat damage to an opponent or permanent, and opponent controls it deals double that damage. And discard cards, put an indestructible counter on it. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Get past the green. Bergie, whenever you cast a spell, add red. Yeah. Yes. Discard a card, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn. This goes in. This goes in. What, foil mirror entity? Yeah. Foil and foil. It's just the terror of the peaks. Ral, Monsoon Mage. Instant and sorceries cost 1 less. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery during your turn, flip a coin. If you lose the flip, Ral Monsoon Mage deals 1 damage to you. If you win the flip, you may exile Ral. If you do, return him to the battlefield transformed. 2 damage divided as you choose. Ral enters the battlefield with an additional... Until your next turn, instant and sorceries cost 1 less to cast. No. No, no, no. He's fine. You got your mic set up? Nice. Oh, there we go. Chandra's Ignition. That was one thing we were waiting for. And there's a Jessica's Will. That was another thing we were looking for. There we go. And Breach. Do we just like go ham? No. No, 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 no. Oh, but we do find like a really sexy grape shot. That might be the prettiest grape shot. I'm not going to run the foil one. I'm going to run the non-foil. The etched. Okay. Sakashima. Copy of another creature on the battlefield, except it has Sakashima of 1,000 face other abilities. The legend rule does not apply. Partner. Yeah, we run Sakashima, right? Having 2 Vivvs seems like having 2 Vivvs. Subtlety enters the battlefield. Choose up to 1 target creature spell or planeswalker spell. Its owner puts it on the top or bottom of their library. Flusterstorm. Cyclonic Rift seems really good. Here's a swan song. Sink into Stupor seems good. All grape shots are equally sexy. OG Sakashima, Mirror Box, and Rite of Replication. Right? Healy. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact. No. Dak. No. I do like that Dak just comes in and takes another permanent. Primal Amulet. Instant and sorcery spells cost 1 less to cast. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a charge counter on Primal Amulet. Then if there are 4 more charge counters on it, you may remove them and transform it. Then it turns into add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. When that mana is spent to cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. Yeah, let's run this. It's fun. Just fun. Ooh, scroll rack. Did I put that commander's plate in? Did I put in commander's plate? I don't think that I did. Commander's plate seems good in here. I do need a roaming throne. Do I have a roaming throne? That's the question. I don't think I do. Almaret's Archive. Red spells cost 1 less to cast with Ruby Medallion. But so many of my spells are... Well, no, that's not bad. No, that's actually not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. I think we can run Ruby Medallion. That's not a bad inclusion. All right, I'm going to head out. Have a good one, everyone. Scott, thank you for hanging out, my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you for spending your time. How good is Mind Crank in here? Whenever an opponent loses life, that player puts that many cards from the top of their library into their yard. Would that get kind of like annoying? It's like ping people and mill them. Kind of like it. Kind of like it. Oh, there we go. Thundering Falls. I forgot about this card. We run that. There's another Academy Ruins. City of Brass. City of Brass. City of brass and the city of ass. Oh, steam vents. We're gonna run this spicy, foily promo steam vents. Why not? Why not? All right, let's move on. On to the green one. We're on to the green. All right, Arcane Bombardment. Is this a payoff? Whenever you cast your first instant and sorcery spell each turn, exile an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard. Then copy the exile card with Arcane Bombardment. You may cast any number of the copies without paying their mana costs. Okay. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, exile an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard. Then copy each card exiled with Arcane Bombardment. Yes, I want to run it. That seems like a good payoff. Hellraiser enters the battlefield, exile 3 cards at random from your graveyard, choose a non-creature non-land card from among them and copy it. You may cast the copy. mean, God, there's a lot of stuff that seems good. Spellseeker. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an instant or sorcery card with mana value 2 or less. It's a 5. Thunder Conductor. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, scry 1. If that spell's mana value is 5 or greater, create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. If that spell's mana value is 10 or greater, Defy deals 10 damage to an opponent chosen at random. Interesting. Magma Opus. 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of targets. Tap 2 permanents. Create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. Draw 2 cards. That's a lot going on. Broken Intervention. Braid. Roiling Vortex. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, it deals 1 damage to them. Whenever a player casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast that spell, it deals 5 damage to that player. Your opponents can't gain life this turn. Yeah, Snapcaster would be good in here, for sure. Surge to Victory. Exile target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. Creatures you control get +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is that card's mana value. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player this turn. No. What do we think of Court of Ire? Enters the battlefield, you become the Monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, it deals 2 damage to any target. If you're the Monarch, it deals 7 damage to that player or permanent instead. I'm wondering how often I'll be the Monarch. Probably not often enough for that to matter. I feel like I will be getting targeted down just simply for playing Vivi. Shark Typhoon. Shark Typhoon is totally a card that goes in here. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an XX blue shark creature token with flying, where X is that spell's converted mana cost. Yes. Yes. Reflections, Intruder Alarm. Icebreaker Kraken enters the battlefield. Artifacts and creatures target opponent controls don't untap. Haughty Djinn. Power is equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. This is good in here. This is good. Sakashima's Will. Target opponent chooses a creature they control. You gain control of it. Choose target creature you control. Each other creature you control becomes a copy of that creature until end of turn. Court of Cunning. At the beginning of your upkeep, any number of target players each mill 2 cards. If you're the Monarch, they mill 10 cards instead. Well, that is good. That is good, but not in here. Thieving Skydiver. When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, gain control of target artifact with converted mana cost X or less. That artifact is equipment attached to Thieving Skydiver. Flame of Anor. Target player draws 2 cards, destroy target artifact, 5 damage to target creature. Okay, and we're always going to have a wizard. This goes well in our deck. Flame of Anor. Okay. I like Thieving Skydiver as well. I'm trying to decide if that's worth running. Let's just pull him, and it might be a run. Thieving Skydiver is a good card. Can steal somebody's soul ring. Tiller Engine. Paramorphic, Opal Palace, Death Clap, Orzhov Basilica, Counterspell, Faithless Looting, Storm Kiln. Yeah, whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, he's good. We make a treasure. We're almost done with binders, chat. Almost done with binders. Almost done with binders, baby. We've been building for a while now. Ooh, yes. Building for a while. We've been like, ooh, oh yeah. We've been building for a while now. Ooh, oh yes. Building for a while now. Been building for a while. Paige, do you run Wheel of Fate and Slivers? Each player discards their hand, then draws 7 cards. It's an interesting suspend card. Fervor. Okay, Torbran. If a red source you control would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus 2 instead. Torbran is in this deck. Yesh. Yesh. Valakut Exploration. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card for as long as it remains exiled. At the beginning of your end step, if there are cards exiled with Valakut Exploration, put them into their owner's graveyard. Then Valakut Exploration deals that much damage to each opponent. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card for as long as it remains exiled. At the beginning of your end step, if there are cards exiled with Valakut Exploration, no. No. Jace Bellerin, do we run Baby Jace? Any reason to run Baby Jace? Me no think so. If you would draw a card, draw 2 cards instead. Is that a good payoff? Pursued Whale. Enters the battlefield. An opponent creates a 1/1 pirate. Then it has Ward 3. Illusionist Gambit. Shacklegeist. Diminishing Returns. Nimble Trap Finder. Maddening Cacophony. Inscription of Insight. Choose one. If this spell was kicked, choose any number instead. Return up to 2 target creature cards to their owner's hand. Scry 2, then draw 2. Chat, what's the over-under on number of cards Jake has pulled so far non-lands? Oh god. I'm wondering if Thought Reflection... Everybody, thank you for hanging out today. Trying to decide on Thought Reflection. If you would draw a card, draw 2 cards instead. I kind of like it. If you would draw a card except for the first one drawn in each of your turns, draw 2 cards instead. Teferi's Ageless Insight. Pyromancer's Goggles. Seagate Stormcaller. Enters the battlefield, copy target instant or sorcery spell with converted mana cost 2 or less you cast this turn when you cast it. If it was kicked, copy that spell twice instead. I'd rather just run a snapper. Exile the top 8 cards of your library. You may put a land from among them onto the battlefield until end of turn. For each non-land card type, you may cast a card of that type from among the exile cards without paying its mana cost. Interesting. All right. One more binder. Hope you have Monstrous Rage or Infectious Bloodlust. Yeah, Monstrous Rage. I think I should have one. I just don't know where. See if there's any reserve list stuff worth running. Bizarre Wonders. Meditate. Skip your next turn. Draw 4 cards. No. Counter target interrupt or enchantment. Can only counter spells which target a permanent under your control. It's not a bad card. Unfulfilled Desires. No. No. What about this? No, that's not good. Target creature gains trample until end of turn. That creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each creature that blocks it. Search your library for a dragon card and put it into play. Nope. We just run Apocalypse, remove all permanents from the game, discard your hand. Swift Spear, Panharmonicon. Brawl. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Whenever a spell or ability you control counters a spell, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Ugh. I'll just pull Brawl. Seems okay. Delay. Counter target spell. If the spell is countered this way, exile it with 3 time counters on it. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay. Let's look at some stuff. We have definitely pulled way more cards than needed to complete this deck. That is pretty clear already. There are a lot of cards here. Oh yeah, we found Flame of Anor. Jesus, is it almost 5 o'clock? Seriously? We're coming up on what, 3-hour stream? Yeah, 2 hour 48 minutes. Wow. I double sleeve my commander decks, yes. All right, let's put the binders away. Okay. It's almost 8 for you. Okay. Let's see if we have a monstrous rage. Now we just have red uncommons here. Whenever another creature you control enters Crete, deals 1 damage to each opponent. If we were going creatures. Tar Pitcher. Shrapnel Blast. Treble Flames. Prodigal Pyromancer. Lightning Axe. Boiling Seas. Some Lackeys. Show us a monstrous rage. Come on, uncommons. Amped Raptor. 4 damage to them. Piggy bank. That's frightening. I didn't even realize there was a card called Piggy Bank. It's extremely scary. Fiery Temper, Seismic Rupture, Braid, Trail of Zeal. There's so many cards, chat. Like, Peasy probably goes in here. Twinferno. Whenever you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. I'm going to put that in as an option. Coordinated Assault. Arena Athlete. Spell Shock. It's kind of fun. Stoke the Flames. Light up the stage. I mean, light up the stage isn't bad. Did I pass one? Fiery Inscription. Is it an uncommon? Legends Matter, thanks for hanging out. God, do I not have a Monstrous Rage? This is going to make me so annoyed. Prowess, whenever it enters the battlefield, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Bolt Bend. Yeah, Bolt Bend. Choose one. Target creature gets +4/+0 and gains trample until end of turn, or 2 target creatures each get +2/+0 and gain trample. Yeah, that's definitely worth running. Anger. You find some prisoners, destroy target artifact. Exile the top 3 cards. That's kind of good. Forked Lightning. Meteoric Mace. I have to have a Monstrous Rage. There's got to be one in here somewhere. It is uncommon? Okay. Fiery Inscription. All right, not in here. All right, no Monstrous Rage. Sadly. Okay. We are still going. I don't even know if I'm ever going to build the deck. I think I'm just going to brew it forever. Ghost Quarter could go in. No red-blue lands anywhere, huh? It's just not something that I have. There's a Delver. Chandra, Ral, Anger, Brass's Bounty. For each land you control, create a colorless treasure. Rowdy Crew. Jaya Varix. Enters the battlefield if it was kicked, create another 4/4. Okay, so. Bring Sanity, part the Water Veil, Talrind. Oh, Talrind. The old Talrind. The old blue-red deck with a Talrind in it. Has anybody ever heard of that before? Blue-red Spellslinger that has a Talrind. Anybody ever hear of that? Got some archive traps. Is that a set? Oh, it's a set. Thing in the Ice. TT. TTs for Vivs. Temporal Trespass. I don't even know what that card is. What is this card, chat? I don't remember it. Jason Raveler, Frost Titan. Delver, barely know her. Oh, I knew that this was the chat I loved. I love you, chat. Delver damn near killed her. Jank. How naughty. All right. Got rares. Bulk multicolored rares. Here we go. Dominus. These need to be sorted by... Ugh, these need to be sorted. The Belligerent. Attacks. Create a treasure token. Until end of turn, you may look at the top card of your library anytime. No. Fine. Pass. I'd love to see a cute little sprite dragon put some whoop-ass into this list. Like an Enigma Drake. Numot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes. Oh yes. Yeah. Hope everybody is enjoying their Memorial Day. Thank you for spending your time here at Martishius Magic. All hail the chat champion. God, there's so many old things that I used to say that I just have to undo. All cherish. All cherish. The chat champion, Jank. Kraken Jank. We love you. We need you. You're beautiful. You're a fantastic human being. Thank you, Jank. Trap Essence, Siege Rhino, Utter End. I have so many cards. I don't know what to do with them. When you think like each of these cards represents, what is that mythic doing in there? We'll pull that out. when you think each of these cards represents a freaking like pack of cards, I'm like, what the hell? Jank, I'm waiting on that box to come in. That way I can charge people and kick it off. Whenever you next cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. We're running that. That is interesting. Fevered Visions. At the beginning of each player's end step, that player draws a card. If the player is your opponent and has 4 or more cards in hand, it deals 2 damage to him or her. Oh, God. There's like different ways that I want to build this now. Fevered Visions is so interesting. Just run like a bunch of like effects that make people just draw a lot. Mind Swipe. Counter target spell. Here we go. Flying Hasty Hypersonic Dragon. I thought that would be good. Search your library for an instant card with converted mana cost 3. Reveal it. Put it in your hand. Then repeat this process for instant cards. Mind Swipe. Steam Augury. Isn't this a good card? Reveal the top 5 cards of your library and separate them in the 2 piles. An opponent chooses one of those piles. Put that pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. That's kind of interesting. Counterflux. Can't be countered by spells or abilities. We're going to run Counterflux. Oh, God. It's a role reversal. Oh, God. Ionize. Counter target spell. 2 damage to that spell's controller. Prophetic Bolt. 4 damage to target creature or player. Look at the top 4 cards of that player's library. Exile the top 6 cards of your library. You may cast up to 2 sorcery cards with converted mana cost 3 or less from among them without paying their mana costs. Draw 2 cards. Exile an instant or sorcery spell you control. Put 2 1/1 counters on this. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, draw a card. I feel like that's pretty easy to pull off. There are a lot of fun cards that few people play with. So many cards. Dude, seriously. I'm just like, endless cards. Oh, I don't even know if I'm going to open those at this point. If you want, I can just like trade something for the Ugin. At this point, no Elspeths came my way, only Ugins. Undead Sprinter. Django. I mean, we could just... I mean, that's kind of like what it's looking like, is like a Voltron kind of thing. I actually need to follow up with them because I do not know what's going on with my... with those boxes. They never let me know. 1,000-Year Storm. Yeah, we'll put that in here. Haste. Vehicles you control have haste. No. Nope. Chat, we haven't even built. All we've done is pull cards today. We've just been pulling cards all day. I may have to build on Wednesday. Probably have to do the building on the next stream. We're already over on this stream. I need to get myself some dinner. Notion Thief. That's a game changer. Jin. Each instant or sorcery spell you cast has replicate. The replicate cost is equal to its mana cost. When you cast it, copy it for each time you paid its replicate cost. This seems like it could be a good payoff. Hey Jake, would you a skull clamp be super sweet on Vivi? Oh, hey Jake, would a skull clamp be super sweet on Vivi? Probably. Like if it's gets killed, we just draw. Seems smart, right? Josh Williams, what's up? Nice to see you. Whenever you cast a spell, you may put it on the bottom of its owner's library. If you do, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Josh says, glad to catch this one. Glad to have you. Yeah, this is a weird one. Oh, there's another Mendicant Core. We had a Mendicant Core. Mendicant Cores. Brutal Expulsion. Put a 5/5 blue and red elemental creature token with flying on the battlefield. Retrace. You may cast this from your graveyard by discarding a land card in addition to paying its other costs. So if we like pump Vivi big, we could just like constantly retrace and keep making 5/5 blue and red elemental creature tokens with flying. That's kind of fun. Kind of fun. Steam Augury. Dominus. I have a Mendicant Core and Shark Pirate deck half finished in a box. Dude, Mendicant Core has been one of my favorite new commanders. Shout out to Paige for building that for me. That deck is strong, dude. I'm a fan of Mendicant Core. Mendicant Core does stuff. Let's just say that. We got a Sarkhan here. Absorb, Bori Barigmos, Azamiranda Kaldakar, Chainer. Okay, so that's it from there. Geez, how much is Simulacrum Synthesizer really that expensive? It cannot be. Oh, $40 card. Yeah, I need to figure out what's going on with those Tarkir Dragonstorm boxes. Those were supposed to be sent or something. Has anybody won an arena direct before? Like, I just want to make sure that they don't, like... Yeah, that's an expensive card. We got some blue rares here. See if we can find a Naban.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, it's no longer saying that I'm eligible for the 2 Tarkir Dragonstorm boxes, so I don't know what is going on with that, but I'm going to have to contact them and figure it out. Chat, I think because we've gone over at this point, I'm probably going to go ahead and wrap up the stream. And I'm probably going to set all these cards aside and build on Wednesday. And we're going to finish this thing up because I know that people are invested in this at this point. I know I am. And I'm going to wait to build until we get back on Wednesday. And that'll be our stream on Wednesday, is actually building the Vivi deck from all these cards that we just pulled. So I'm going to leave this stuff out, and we'll come back to it. But I appreciate all of you. I hope you all have enjoyed the stream. Sorry that we never got to actually building the deck. We spent 3 hours pulling cards, and we never got to the point where we actually built the thing. So that's my fault. There were a lot of cards to pull, but this has been really fun. Big thank you to our chat champion. That's supposed to say Jank. I don't know why it doesn't. But big thank you to our chat champion, Jank, Kraken Jank. Thank you all for hanging out. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream. If you enjoyed the stream, click like and subscribe. I hope to see you all back in the future. And then I will see you on Wednesday, where we're going to finish building Vivi. All right. Y'all take care. Thank you all for hanging. Josh, I appreciate you. I hope you have a good evening as well. And yeah, I'm going to try to figure out what's going on with these boxes. I want to figure out what's going on with these. I was supposed to get some boxes. I do not know where they are, but we're going to try to figure it out. Oh, we got a new follower, Henry. Thank you. I'll talk to you all very soon. Henry says, hey, your stream, you stream really well. I'd love to become your dedicated fan and support you. Mind adding me on Discord? Mika27. Yeah, you can join our Discord. Here, here. The stream is over. Yeah, you can find me on our Discord. You can find in the description of our video all that stuff. Yeah, find me on Discord. Shoot me a message. All right, friends. Jank, thank you so much for hanging out. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging. I will talk to you all soon. Have a good one.